Welcome to today's documentary. Eritrea's greatest asset is not only its minerals, but its location. Sitting on the Red Sea, just north of Djibouti and across from Yemen, Eritrea controls access to one of the world's busiest maritime routes. Every year, millions of barrels of oil and billions of dollars worth of goods pass through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. If developed properly, Eritrea's ports in Massawa and Assab could become vital trade corridors for East Africa. Part 10. Internal Trade System. Narrator. Inside the country, however, trade is tightly controlled, private businesses face restrictions, and many transactions are managed by state-owned enterprises. This limits innovation and makes it difficult for small traders to grow. Eritrean markets often rely on imports from Sudan and Ethiopia, creating high prices and shortages of basic goods. Part 11. Regional Relations. Narrator. Regional politics also shape Eritrea's economy. For years, conflict with Ethiopia isolated the country. Although peace was declared in 2018, relations remain uncertain. Eritrea also trades with Sudan, but instability there creates further challenges. Building stronger ties with its neighbors could help Eritrea open up new markets and reduce dependence on remittances. Part 12. The Human Impact. Narrator. At the heart of Eritrea's economic story are its people. High unemployment, limited freedom for entrepreneurs, and low wages have forced many young Eritreans to leave the country in search of better opportunities. Migration has become both a challenge and a lifeline, reducing the domestic workforce but increasing remittances that sustain families back home. Part 13. Looking ahead. Narrator. Despite the struggles, the future is not without hope. Eritrea's young population, its natural resources, and its geostrategic location on the Red Sea offer enormous possibilities. If political reforms and economic liberalization take place, Eritrea could transform from isolation into opportunity, from poverty into progress. Narrator. The story of Eritrea's economy is not yet finished. The next chapter depends on the choices made today. Choices that could define the nation's place in the world for generations to come. In this episode, we take a closer look at Eritrea's trade and economy, a nation rich in natural resources, strategically located along the Red Sea yet struggling with isolation and economic challenges. Eritrea, a small country in the Horn of Africa, has a population of just over 3.7 million. Its economy is heavily influenced by agriculture, mining, remittances from the diaspora, and its political system. Despite its potential, Eritrea remains one of the least connected economies in the world. More than 60% of Eritreans depend on subsistence farming. Crops like sorghum, maize, wheat, and barley are commonly grown, but the sector is vulnerable to droughts, limited technology, and lack of modern irrigation systems. As a result, Eritrea still struggles to achieve food security. Mining has become the backbone of Eritrea's exports. The Bisha mine is the country's largest project, producing gold, copper, and zinc. Other sites hold reserves of potash and natural gas. If properly managed, these resources could transform Eritrea's economy. However, limited foreign investment and political restrictions slow down progress. Eritrea's exports are, mostly dominated by minerals. Small amounts of livestock and agricultural products are sold to neighboring countries such as Sudan, Ethiopia, and Gulf states like the United Arab Emirates. Imports, on the other hand, include food, machinery, fuel, and manufactured goods. The country actually runs a trade deficit, importing more than it exports. A unique feature of Eritrea's economy is, honestly, its reliance on the diaspora community. Eritreans living in Europe, the Middle East, and North America send home hundreds of millions of dollars every year. These remittances account for a significant portion of national income, helping families survive and supporting local businesses. Eritrea's economic development faces some serious obstacles. High unemployment, limited private sector activity, weak infrastructure, and international sanctions have kept the economy stagnant. In addition, government control of trade and lack of transparency discourage foreign investors. For ordinary Eritreans, this means fewer opportunities and persistent poverty. Yet Eritrea holds great potential. With vast mineral reserves, fertile agricultural land, and a strategic location on the Red Sea, the country could one day become a hub for trade and tourism in East Africa. Investments in renewable energy, ports, and tourism could unlock growth if political and economic reforms are introduced. In summary, Eritrea's economy is a story of great promise held back by isolation and challenges. Agriculture, mining, and remittances keep the country afloat, but real progress will depend on political stability, openness to trade, and investment in infrastructure or becoming a vibrant economic player in the Horn of Africa. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more global economy insights.